Okay then, Raiders, we are back. We've got loads to go over today. Is it a brand new week for the weekly trials? And this one seems to be a little bit more accessible. So we're going to dive in and show you guys all of that. On top of that, we've also got to talk about how it is that Embark are actually developing brand new Ark and how it is that they're likely to look in the future. It seems that a competitor has come into the table and we need to talk about it. Will they beat anything that's on this marking? We'll wait and see. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, GamerSupps, the company that offer esports athletes and gamers alike with the most effective and healthy energy drink option. We've got brand new bundles dropping all the time. The link's down in the description. Use code CloudPlays at checkout for a cheeky discount. And if you want to get involved with our giveaway here on the channel, we're giving away a copy of the game. Or if you've already got a copy of the game and you want some Raider tokens, then all you have to do is head down to the comment section and put any coloured love heart and it'll enter you in. With that being said, let's dive into the game and see what's happening right now inside of Ark Raiders. So starting right here, we're inside of the new weekly trials, and this rotation looks a little bit nicer than the previous one, as these seem a lot more accessible, at least to do in high numbers. We can see right here that the first off is to damage the Queen or Matriarch. Now this is obviously going to be a modifier on the map. They don't obviously appear all of the time, but what I would recommend is making sure that you are in friendly lobbies before you go into this. They are a lot easier to complete whilst in friendly lobbies. So make sure that you go into a few games, maybe with no weapons and any loadout at all, and just make sure that you are getting killed by other players in your PvP lobbies before you go in to do this. Heading over with things like a hull cracker will be a lot easier to actually get this thing completed, as it will cause enough damage to be able to essentially do it without actually having to kill the Queen. You can stand back and let everyone attack and just oddly attack every so often. You'll be able to get that 3-star pretty quickly. Being able to search first wave husks. Now, what I will say for this one is the electromagnetic storm is the fastest way to get the 3-star, and to be able to get the highest score possible going into the electromagnetic storm will be the way forward. Going in a squad and having everybody rummage different parts of the map to be able to get these wave husks will mean that you come up with the highest score you possibly can. Damaging flying Ark enemies, as always, is likely to be through wasps or hornets. So if you've got any snitch scanners stashed away inside of your stash, bring those things out and just throw them around spaceport and being able to dink them down. Bringing over any new snitches, taking out the snitches, throwing things down, allowing them to set their sirens off. This one's a pretty standard one. You guys should get the 3-star just by playing the game anyway, but if you really want to go in for them high scores, that's how you do it. And then dealing damage to shredders. Now, for me personally, the shredders is a very, very interesting one. Making sure, again, you have got friendly lobbies is pretty much crucial inside of this, because players will be just absolutely annihilating everybody that is running around the Stellamontis map. So making sure you've got those friendly lobbies in tail is going to be pretty damn important for this one. And then just being able to set off as much as you can on top of these. Recommend going in with a squad. You can do it solo. It's pretty easy to do solo, but going in with a squad will mean that these shredders will go down a lot quicker. And then opening Ark probes, yet again, is going to be so much faster for you guys to do over on electromagnetic storm. I would recommend getting that done via those modifiers in the map. It just makes life a lot easier, so you guys can obviously get the highest score possible to be able to actually utilize it. Overall, the leaderboards are looking quite interesting. Over the last one, I actually didn't level up at all, as some of the weirdness that was going around inside of the trials as far as the bugs and issues with the leaderboards and scores not counting happened to affect me about midweek, and at that point it became just so frustrating. So hopefully they've got a fix for those now and the leaderboards can go back to normal, but we'll have to wait and see if anyone says anything from the studio. Moving on from that though, we've got to go behind the scenes. It appears that our beautiful design lead, Mr. Virgil Watkins, continues to talk more about the game and the progress of it. It appears that Games Radar have just had one big interview and have split it down into different topics and articles. And there was one specific movement that they're talking about. It's regards to the Ark inside of Ark Raiders, as it appears that things are about to get worse as we find things easier. It states right here, Virgil stated they think that we're pretty happy with where they are at right now, but I don't think we can subsist forever on that. I think eventually, if we introduce yet another 6-legged giant spider robot, it's kind of like, okay, we've got this. So yeah, I think that we're looking toward where we can take those type of experiences in the future to something else or something additional, seeing how we can escalate the experience for the player on the PvE side. Now, he does go on to state that they have got really big ambitions for this, so some of these could be absolutely ginormous, but he states right here that this is what the challenge is. We want to go wherever's practical for us or whatever feels fun, but then you start running into the practical side of things. Will this blow up the server? Can it even support these kinds of things? Our ambitions are definitely large, and I'm not going to say that you're going to meet one anytime soon, but obviously you see the giant walking ones in the background and stuff. That's what we're trying to show some contrast with as we go forward. Now, yes, those things are insanely huge. Those giant Emperor units are eventually something that we want to go up against. As whether we do or not, we'll have to wait and see. But they are definitely leaning into the side of caution when it comes to adding things into these servers. Overall, though, know that they are taking everything really seriously, and this development team are one of the better ones that I've seen as of late. Hopefully, we see a big patch update come in tomorrow, but we'll have to wait and see. But it appears that not all players are thinking the same thing. So my question to you is where you think Embark is on the scale of actual work inside of the game. Somebody stated, any idea when the devs team seem like they've just taken the money and stopped caring? Now, CM Birdie stated that they didn't forget. They keep working, and they are continuing to do so much more inside of this game. And as far as development teams go, and if you've seen enough of them in the community before, you'll know that Embark are generally probably one of the better ones. So I want to know where you guys think in the comment section below. And it seems that coming into March, we are going to have a competitor, or at least just what some people are saying, as the Marathon official release trailer has now been leaked, confirming that the 5th of March 2026 is going to be the launch date of the new extraction shooter, the Marathon game by Bungie. It'll be interesting to see how this one does, given the latest controversy on it over the last year or so. It's a really interesting one. Do you think it will compete against Arc Raiders? For me personally, I'll be very surprised if so, but we'll have to wait and see. And finally, we've got to talk about this one, because I want to know what the hell is going on with players right now. This one states right here, from the Rooster, say no to gear fear, their loadout, meanwhile their stash. Now, I do fully understand why it is that people are storing onto things, but you need to remember, man, there is no point in gear fear, because no gear is actually yours. It's just your turn to use it. So sitting there with a full inventory stash loaded with weapons that you're not able to use is pretty much pointless, man. I mean, obviously you want the money for the expedition, but even that's going to be changed soon so that you're not hoarding things for no apparent reason. It's your turn with the weapon. Go in and make sure you enjoy it. But we've got to take a look at our top comments from the previous video. As last video, we went over the new dev designs for the auction house that was going through, and the Burnt Peanut actually put in a massive statement asking for the game to finally be fixed. You guys had a lot to say for it. This one right here states, from Steelhead, I was definitely one of those people that were given my Bobcat blueprint by a random friendly raider, and it absolutely made my entire week. Paying it forward is the way to go, 110%. Any duplicates that I've currently got, I actually do try to give away and give forward to people that I end up playing with from my subscriber base. So if you ever see me live on stream, make sure you jump on in. You never know, you may be able to pick up a blueprint. Currently right now, I've got a Bobcat and a Jupiter just sat there waiting for someone to grab hold of. This next one right here is coming from Plymouth, saying, topside our home, prosperity, liberty, democracy, our way of life, but goop doesn't come free. Now, why is that a comment that was made? Well, actually, I made a complete bloody boo-boo in the previous video and put in a Helldivers theme tune in the background of an Arc Raiders video. Look, it was bound to happen eventually, all right? I've covered one game for a very long time. Arc Raiders is now the second title. My apologies for doing it, but mistakes that do happen. Thank you so much for being such an incredible community and getting into the comment section with some funny stuff. It was actually really hilarious to read. And finally, this one states right here, auction house ends any excitement of looting the game loop. Yeah, this is my biggest problem. This is essentially just a looter. You are essentially going into this game just to be able to go in, loot, extract. That is the entire premise of the game. That's the full end game. And if they had an auction house, then it would definitely take away from that, and there would be no reason for the game to really even exist. You'd just go in, loot the highest money that you could, and then just go to the shop and buy everything from the auction house. For me personally, not worth it, but that's just my 2 cents. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. We are going to be live throughout the day, going live with the new horizontal and vertical versions of the stream. So please make sure that you come and check it in if you do see it on your front board at any point. Thanks again for watching, guys. Unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. Thanks again. Appreciate you all. And as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.